heaven?
No. It's Iowa.
You guys looking for some power converters, or you know where those are?
Yeah, I mean, did you get them from Tashi Station? Those are the best ones.
Oh.
Are they
So,
just...
was he so was
None of the
was
bit?
Luke that was the bit. Was Luke was the house Luke at the same house that Anakin lived in? Is it the same house?
I don't know that Anakin ever lived there.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. If you recall, he goes off with Qui-Gon Jinn, and the mom stays with Watto. Watto wouldn't give up 2 slaves, but then he ends up selling Shmi to Lars or Lars's dad or somebody connected to Lars.
Who's Owen? Who's Uncle Owen then?
Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru. They were burnt to a crisp in this movie we just watched.
Right. Yeah, but who are they really though? They aren't really his aunt and uncle, are they?
No, they're just they adopted Luke.
Okay.
And they pretended to be his aunt and uncle.
Okay, so but they're like the kid of Shmi and Lars? Is Uncle Owen the kid of Shmi and Lars?
Yes. So whatever. Yeah, I think Lars got Shmi late in life. So I think
I don't know who any of these people are. How would I know who they are?
Shmi is the mother of Anakin. So if you'll remember, he had a mother. Her name was
that's
Shmi.
Right.
Shmi Skywalker. And then
her name's not really Shmi, is it? Is that right? Is that true?
I don't remember. It's close.
That's ridiculous.
I think it's close.
We're talking Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, on the podcast.
I want to talk. Why did I mention Tosh Station and you just bailed on the bit? You didn't realize
that's all I had. I wanted to hear the Luke voice, the whiny Luke voice.
We're going to Tosh Station to pick up some power converters.
There it is. That's the money shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Luke Skywalker was just a farm boy until he received a mysterious message from a princess.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She's beautiful.
Star Wars, starring Mark Hamill.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Harrison Ford.
Boring conversation anyway. Luke, we're gonna get company! I think we took a wrong turn.
Carrie Fisher.
Good luck.
Alec Guinness.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
20th Century Fox presents the most extraordinary motion picture of all time, Star Wars.
Here's where the fun begins.
No legendary adventure of the past could be as exciting as this romance of the future.
Here they come.
May the Force be with you in Star Wars.
Welcome to the Pod of Dreams. If you listen, we will pod. Ben, Kevin, Eric, we're talking Star Wars. So I here's where I want to start. This movie should just be Star Wars. Like I when I was watching this, I was just sort of picturing myself. I'm in the movie theater. I don't know anything about anything. It's just Star Wars, and then the scroll comes through, and I think it's just so brilliantly placed in this self-created, self-contained world of Star Wars. And then I see Episode 4, New Hope. I'm just like, God damn it, this is so stupid. So I guess that's where I wanted to start. Is I love the if I could have had that experience where I'm going to see this movie called Star Wars, this would have been my favorite movie ever. I think it is so brilliantly done to create this world from scratch, and the scroll, the John Williams score. There's nothing better than that. But then when you find out this is supposed to be Episode 4 of fucking story, it absolutely ruins it.
Let's continue with this mental exercise, Eric. All right, it's 1977 and you're 8, 9, 10, whatever. You see Star Wars and it blows you away and you love it. And then Empire Strikes Back comes out 3 years later,
which is a better movie, even, right? Arguably.
Would you be depressed about it being Episode 5,
No.
or you just want it to be Episode 2? Chapter 2, you
Just
just
a
don't want to-
sequel. It's just the sequel
you
to
don't
Star
want-
Wars.
You don't want it
Star
to
Wars
have
2.
any episode numbers.
The episode
whatsoever.
4 thing is just because they shoehorn these prequels in there, and and the CGI, the re-editing of it is bad. It really is bad.
I watched the theatrical version, so I didn't have to see the stupid
okay. So
fucking goddamn.
which doesn't exist anywhere except for in physical media, right?
Correct, and probably some weird digital
So,
bootleg somewhere.
Does
but
yours
yeah.
say just Star Wars? It doesn't say episode.
No, I
4?
don't think.
Okay.
Again, I don't think there's anywhere that you can watch it just say Star Wars. I think that was changed really quickly. I think once he knew there was going to be a sequel, he wanted to rechange and recut it and make it episode 4. Obviously, by 1980, he knew it was episode 5 for Empire.
But the episode 4 thing had to have come around when Phantom Menace came out, right?
No, Empire Strikes Back was always episode 5 from release date. He didn't
Really?
on that. Yes, it
I
happened
didn't
really
know that.
quickly. Episode
I didn't know
4
that.
it's not. George Lucas always had the stupid prequels in his brain. Like it wasn't even a cash grab thing. It was just. His thing.
I'll turn it over to Kevin here for a second, but like,
No, I want to bicker more about this.
no, my point is like the fact that the scroll, which is one of the greatest movie inventions ever, right? The text scroll, and the way it's done, and the sound, all of it is just.
He didn't invent it though. That was like
No.
the serials that he was into.
Sure, but for like major motion picture, it's one of the like best, most iconic like text scrolls with the sound of dun. Like it's incredible. But my point is,
yeah, I got it. Yeah,
it yada yadas all the shit that you like, the boring stuff that I don't want to see. Like I don't want to see that
It
stuff.
puts you in the middle of the action. There's this.
Puts you right in the best part of the story.
Yes, and you get enough information. Okay, they've got secret plans. Vader wants them.
Exactly.
Go.
But the idea that like I wouldn't, if you just sat down and you don't know any of that other stuff and you're just reading all this stuff about the fucking rebels and like, okay, got it. And then like, boom, you're in this world. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything that compares to what he did with this movie in creating that. And it's they're chasing, what Disney's chasing now, what they've been trying to replicate for the better part of 60 years now.
We can talk Star Wars generally, but the Star Wars has an original trilogy problem. In the same way, Marvel's now got like an original Avengers.
But it's all because of this movie, though. I think it's because of what they did in this movie and what he set up in this movie. So I don't know, Kevin, thoughts on Star Wars?
Go ahead, Kevin.
Star Wars. I don't remember a time in my life when I didn't know about Star Wars. It was just part of my upbringing. The toys, the movies. I had an audiobook that I probably listened to more than I watched the actual movie Star Wars when I was a little kid. I listened to it over and over again. So it's been a big part of my life. Like I said, I don't remember a time when there wasn't Star Wars in my life.
When was the last time you watched this movie? Like just start to finish, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope?
Probably a good 5-10 years ago.
Okay.
It's been a while. But I still remembered every detail of it.
Awesome. And Ben, like, we've maybe alluded to this previously, but Star Wars, in particular, the original trilogy means a lot to you and your childhood.
Yeah,
right?
like Kevin, I don't remember never not knowing Darth Vader was Luke's father. Episode 4, it was always Episode 4. I mean, even as a kid,
you don't know he's his father in this movie, though. Like that's like there's so much of that stuff. Like,
but I never had that experience. I never. I know, but like a crazy reveal. Whoa.
I was just trying to watch this movie alone. Like what happens in this self-contained movie is where I tried to leave my brain at.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah, there was a time where Star Wars wasn't ubiquitous in culture. Kevin doesn't remember it because he was bored. Like you were too little, right? I don't remember it either. But my point is, the Episode 4 thing. Again, it's been like that since the 80s. I don't ever remember it not being the case, and I think very quickly that got shifted. But I don't know. I loved these movies a lot as a kid. I mean, still do. I've tried to show my kids this one a couple years ago, and they just weren't into it. There's a lot of dudes just talking. I mean, it is a talkier movie than you'd
A
think.
lot of robots talking.
Well, that's what's crazy about it.
Yeah.
You can put in the middle of the action, but your first two characters really with meaningful dialogue it's C-3PO really, and R2-D2 just goes beep, 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 beep.
Right.
And you have to infer what he's
saying. It's a beep bop robot and a whiny ass like bitch of
yeah,
a
and
robot.
effeminate butler. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy that's how it started, because I don't even think you would do a modern blockbuster like this.
There's so much about this movie where you would never, like, the one thing that really jumped out to me was like how we're skipping ahead a little bit, but like how when it was clear Luke was sort of flirting with Leia and was like attracted to her, that Han starts like treating Luke like, oh, I didn't like her, but now I kind of like her because you like her. And like they starts poking at him, like just that whole dynamic. I mean, forget the fact that she ends up being his sister, but like, you know, again, I don't think that was planned at the time.
No, it wasn't. It was clearly wasn't.
But just that whole dynamic of that sort of like, you know, where Hans didn't care about her, didn't think much of her until Luke starts liking her, and then he's like, all right, let me see here. Where he's like, I think I'm going to kill her, or I'm starting to like her, or something like that.
He likes her straight away. I mean, I think their chemistry is one of the things that where they immediately go after each other in a way that is also attraction. I mean, it's friction, but it's also attraction. I mean, they're immediately bickering at each other straight away. They're yelling, they're arguing in a way that makes it seem like they want each other to me.
But yeah, main character's a big, chewy, furry guy who just yells and makes
He's a big dog. Sounds. He's just a big dog. That's
big dog. A robot that beeps and boops, and like it's just such a weird cast of characters that somehow works incredibly well.
An elderly gentleman.
Yes.
Who doesn't like the movie at all? Like,
at all. Doesn't want to be there at all. Yeah.
Thinks it's really stupid.
Says everybody's name wrong. Like all of the characters, even his own name he says wrong. That's the other thing that's crazy about this movie. It's Han, it's Han, it's Obi-Wan, Leia. Yeah, they keep saying everybody's names wrong the whole time. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's because none of this was established. Yeah, I mean, I can't fathom seeing this for the first time in 1970s. I just can't. Like,
we talk about Darth Vader, and then there's just this big giant guy dressed in black that makes this weird sound. He's got lightsabers. It's just absolutely insane.
He's choking people with his mind, basically.
Yes, and that's precisely what they've missed. Is like, you know, for whatever reason, George Lucas came up with these crazy, iconic, just insane ideas, and they just stopped trying to do that. They just tried to just replicate these.
Well, that's the thing.
This is other crazy things.
Well, that's the problem. They don't. And the Star Wars fan base is.
No, I guess they tried with Jar Jar, and that really didn't work.
Well, in retrospect, episode 1, 2, and 3 seem super original and creative comparatively to the sequel trilogy and what they've done since. I think.
True.
Comparatively. True. It's a big problem, and these movies just loom. I saw on Twitter and it may be complete bullshit, but it sounded like, Disney wanted to just get rid of the sequel trilogy, make it like a fake timeline. So
that's what Kevin was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the same thing.
It's like, and I think Marvel will probably want to do the same thing with their post-Endgame nonsense and try to cut all that out. And it's crazy. Now that Marvel's in the same spot, like they have to find a way to get past this original trilogy, but I get why it's a problem.
Because Doomsday is just going to be like a retread of Endgame. It's going to be like the same movie.
It's like they just don't have any courage, and the problem is some of the fans just want this stuff. They just want all the stuff around 4 or 5. Get every detail about everything 4, 5, and 6. Don't do anything new. Just recreate it. I mean, The Force Awakens made $1 billion, and it was just A New Hope again. So I don't know. But this movie,
this movie they just basically remade the movie that we watched. So I picked this because it's May the 4th, that has passed when you'll have listened to this. But there's a Star Wars movie coming out, first one in like 7 years, right? Kevin and I were talking about that one. When was Rise of the Skywalker?
2019, right before COVID.
Long ass time ago. They just put pause on making Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a
fucked
run.
it up so bad.
Yeah.
They had a run with like Rogue One, Solo, and I don't know, a bunch of
And
ineffective sequels.
a bunch of
Or
TV
all
shows.
prequels. Yeah,
A bunch of TV shows.
Yeah.
We already had 3 seasons of The
Well,
Mandalorian.
doesn't
Ahsoka.
the Mandalorian even happen like in the middle of all of this? Because isn't Luke Skywalker in the
Mandalin's
Mandalorian?
right after Return of the Jedi, but it's still in relation to
Right.
Return of the Jedi, right? Like
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
seeing
Luke Skywalker's
post
literally
Return of the
in
Jedi.
it,
Yes,
right?
yeah, he's doing stuff,
Yeah.
and that's where Disney's going to probably want to fill in all the space. What's Luke Skywalker been up to post Return of the Jedi? And they're going to just try to fill that narrative gap in because people want Luke. They don't want totally new characters and situations. Anyway, it's that's a different thing. But I don't know.
But I think it's all just a testament to how awesome this movie is. I really do. And you know, I mean, Empire Strikes Back. Maybe we'll watch that some other time. But I mean, I was just constantly blown away. The score, John Williams.
Oh, the score is at least 40% of why the movie is great. Without the score, it would not work nearly so well.
Is there a because there's so many different. Every character has their own like sound or music, and it is there any movie that has better music? I mean, just start there. I can't think of one. I mean, it would be a different John Williams.
Correct.
Score,
I would pick
Jaws,
different
maybe,
John Williams stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, they play the Empire March at like football games and shit. My kids did that in their like choir concert.
Did we even get the Imperial March in this one, or does that not show up till the Empire?
Isn't the second you see Vader? Isn't that the Imperial March?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
The first time you see him, it's just dun 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 dun, dun right?
Yeah, but you're right. Like Leia has her little floating little thing when she gets introduced.
When
Luke comes into her
with
cell,
the power converters, yeah.
And Luke's got his kind of sad Tatooine sound. I don't know what Han's is. As you say that, I don't know what his is, but
it's incredible. I mean, the music is just out of this world.
Everything, and the special effects. Again, I didn't have to do any of the shitty CGI. I didn't see the stupid Jabba the Hutt sequence. I didn't have to deal with Greedo shooting first. I didn't have to see any of that stuff. So every once in a while, it looks like you're seeing a model, and that's fine. It works way better than seeing.
Well, and that's the other thing is like this movie. So much happens in it, right? Like there's so many things that happen in the movie, and then it just kind of ends in a weird, jarring kind of end. But like you get 45 minutes, maybe even an hour before you see Han Solo.
Yeah,
it's like all of that stuff, all that story built up with the Death Star and Luke and Leia and Obi-Wan, and then just by happenstance they run into this guy Han Solo, who is probably the coolest character in all of Star Wars, maybe outside of Darth Vader. It's just wild. It's just
he's
so
the funniest for sure. I mean, I forget in this one he's hilarious. There's just little moments like that I didn't notice probably the first 20 times I watched it, but like when they're going to the prison cell, they get in the elevator and some guy walks up to get in the elevator and they're like, nope, sorry, we've got this like furry thing. You got to keep going. And then the door opens the other way and they turn around. So like it's one of those two-sided elevators, right? So they get in and they're facing where the doors close and they walked in. And then when they get to the prison cell, the doors open behind them and they have to turn around because they don't know what they're doing, right? They just don't know where it's going. And then when Han tries to like have the conversation, what's going on down there?
Oh yeah.
Power leak.
Don't come down
here. Negative. How are you? And then he winces because he's just doing such a shitty job in the conversation. It's great. It's great. It's just got a sense of humor. And he laughs when he tells the Force to be with you. He's like laughing as he tells Luke. As they're separating, he's taking his money. He's going to go on his way.
Yeah, but he's also
Luke,
like
may the Force be with you, and he's like chuckling.
But there's also it's such a good acting. Like I love that scene because there's a piece of it where he's getting a little emotional too. Like he's obviously like, I don't believe in this shit, right? Like
he's like,
but he's also like,
I'm gonna say,
hey man, like be careful. So you can see it in the way he says it to him. I think it's good acting. You might, I don't know.
No, I agree. Yeah. I'm saying it works for the character.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm surprised at how good the acting is, considering the prequels, the acting was so bad.
Yeah, well, and like you said for the Obi-Wan, Guinness, right? Like you can tell he doesn't like what he's saying. You can tell he thinks this is just stupid. And I think he's even on record by saying like dialogue in this movie is.
Oh, he wrote notes. He's like, I hate this movie that I'm in. But the bread's going to be really nice. Talking about the money, like I'm getting paid.
But he delivers it as a like, you know, you think he's Obi-Wan, right? Like, even though he didn't believe it.
No, he's regal, right? I mean, he's like an old British dude. So it works. It sells it, even though it's clear he's again. This has got to be the dumbest section of words, and they say a lot of silly stuff, but they say it with conviction. Carrie Fisher's great in this. I mean, she just really hits her lines perfectly.
She pops. She really pops in the movie. Like,
yeah,
for sure.
And because really all she's doing is arguing with the bad guys for a good chunk of the movie, right? She's a prisoner, and she's bantering. She's got to just give as good as she gets, and it's. Even when she meets Luke, the first thing she's confused, like, aren't you a little... Because Luke's just standing there in his stormtrooper outfit, just gawking at her. Aren't you a little short? She's just confused. Like, she's like, I don't think they let stormtroopers this short, into the military.
Well, and then she's bickering at... Because they're supposed to be saving her, and they're, like, doing a really shitty job at it,
Yeah, they didn't have a plan.
So and they get stuck in the trash compactor, and, she's yelling at them. Han's yelling at her. It's just, like... It's just this crazy... scenario of circumstances, and they're just acting like real normal people for the most part, even though they're on a spaceship and there's a big Wookiee, like, you know what I mean? Like,
get this walking carpet out of my way. Yeah, it's great. No, it's absurd how it's like very 70s, but you see the transition. Like, we're moving into like 80s sci-fi, but the way the boards look just feels very, very 70s to me. All the like circuitry and everything. Just a lot of red and black, and then just lights all over the place.
Yeah, and the hair is very 70s-ish.
Yes. And you have the old... And another guy, I mean, Grand Moff Tarkin, Peter Cushing, right? Like, he's been in a lot of vampire movies. He's very campy, and he makes it work. He seems like a very fussy military officer. He's like... I mean, you forget that he's like... He's browbeating Vader the whole time. Vader just takes his shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Vader gets bossed around a bunch in this movie. He's just very sassy, and it works.
But they don't. What I love about it, and which again, this movie actually makes me like the prequels and all the other stuff less, because we don't need any of that extra information. We don't need to know how they got the fucking plans to blow up the Death Star. Like, I don't need to know that. I don't even really want to know that.
Correct.
But yet there's a whole series of movies and show. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that. Like, and it actually takes away from this experience of this movie where they got the plans. Leia's has, like, I don't care. I mean, that's obviously the plot, is she put it in the robot and R2D2 and she's trying to get it to the rebels. Like, that's the plot of the movie. But I don't need to know how she got the plans. Like, she got them. Okay. Like, I don't need a whole nother movie on that. And I don't know. That's what I love about this movie, is it's just straight to the point. It builds. I mean, I really can't think of in such a short amount of time, a better, like, world, universe, galaxy building film or anything. I just don't think there's anything better at it than this movie.
Nothing close.
Even the opening shot, you see the Star Destroyer shooting at the little tiny ship, right? The big evil bad guys and the tiny little good guy ship, right? And it's there, and you see all the good guys getting blown away and getting choked out by this weird space Nazi dude. It's just really quick. Yeah, it's there, and it's the score all the time, every step of the way. When Luke turns off his targeting computer, right? I've seen that scene a bazillion times. Luke, what's wrong? Nothing. And then you hear that dun.
Use the Force.
Dun 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 dun, and it gets into the main theme again. Just that little like percussive buildup. It hits me every time. This is one of those movies I know so well I can't even really be objective about it. But yeah, it's amazing.
Upon this viewing, I really noticed the sound effects too. Not just the score, but the sound, the lightsabers, they're so menacing, and
everybody knows the way that sounds like.
Yeah.
Even the animal sounds like when they're in the trash compactor, whatever that thing is that's slithering around, makes some weird sound, and
the Diagana, or however you say it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the perfect use of costumes. Like when they go to Mos Eisley's, you see a big array of creature. It doesn't linger on them too long. They're like medium distance. It's dark, so it's not super close. But then you get and you already know that's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. So you just see all these crazy freaks everywhere at the bar.
Who's a wolf man?
Yeah, there's a wolf man. Bunch of just weird
All
creatures.
all practical effects, right? Obviously, I mean
Yeah.
they didn't have CGI back then.
Well, the version I saw, they threw in some CGI goofiness in the Mos Eisley scene.
There's the Quado looking guy that starts the fight with Luke. He doesn't like you, or I don't like you, right? That guy.
Yeah, I love that.
He's
He
got,
just shows
one
up
eye
like
or
Luke's
something like
not
that.
doing anything to anybody.
Yeah.
The guy's just like looking for fucking trouble. Fuck you for existing. And he gets his arm chopped off.
Yeah, and then Obi-Wan just straight chops his arm off.
And everybody pauses for a second, but then everybody in
Yeah.
the bar is like, hey, that shit happens.
Yeah.
We're moving on. Like,
And that's the kind
Not
of
my
place
problem.
Han Solo's hanging out at. You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's very
Yeah, well,
comfortable there.
he kills Greedo and just flips the bartender a tip.
He's just annoyed that, yeah.
But
Sorry about
then
the
why
mess.
would he go see Yoda? That also is, or not Yoda, Jabba. Like that doesn't make sense to me either. Because he's like, oh, he just killed the bounty hunter that was coming to get him. I suppose he
Well-
landed a job.
Yeah, in the theatrical release, that was not part of.
We don't even see Jabba yet.
Yeah,
Correct, that's
Is there
irrelevant.
even a reference to Jabba at all? Does
Yeah,
he say?
Greedo says, like,
Okay.
you give me the money that you were going to give to Jabba, and maybe I'll forget I found you, right? He's like, Jabba put a bounty on your head. It's there, as he's there as a character, but you don't see him. You don't see the stupid CGI. It's so awful, and it adds nothing. It's so insane. So, no, yeah, it's... And the Greedo shooting first. Sometimes George Lucas has really dumb instincts. I don't know what to say. Like, Han's a badass.
So,
He
all
knows
right.
he's about to be
So,
killed, so he blows Greedo's head off.
so they blow up the Death Star, right? And then they get their medals, and then the movie just ends, right?
Yeah.
And so when people left the theater, when this originally came out, they thought that was just it. That Star Wars is over. That's all Star Wars was. Like, didn't know or care who Luke really was, if he was just that he could have been a Jedi or something. Don't know who his dad is, because I don't think it's clear when Obi-Wan's explaining that he thought Darth Vader was supposed to be Luke's dad, because he does make it clear your dad was killed. He fought in the
Your
Clone
dad
Wars.
was a Jedi.
Right. And I know later on he's like, well, from a certain point of view, your dad did die, which is
No,
just
it's,
the most
it's another retcon. It's another
right.
like,
Okay. All right. So you agree with me on that?
Oh
Okay.
no, George Lucas made up a bunch of. He kept things relatively simple for this movie because it was the first one, and he didn't know he was going to get to make sequels, right? I mean, people didn't know he was going to. He shopped the movie around and he got Fox to pay for it. He didn't know, so it was made off where it could be a one-off, right? Like, if there was never another one, this is a self-contained narrative. They blow up the Death Star, good guys win. That could have been the end of it. But it was such a smash hit, they had to make more.
Do you think he had all of that? Like Luke is actually Vader's son, and Leia is his sister.
No,
Like,
the sister thing is absolutely 100% added between Empire and Return of the Jedi. Because Luke and Leia have a big smooch at the beginning of Empire. So that's a super late switch that he made for the final.
so even
movie.
after the second movie, see, I think that's one of the worst choices in movie history, was to make them brother and sister. Like when you consider like what it led to and how it fucked everything up later on.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of messiness, but yeah, I think he probably originally intended Vader and Anakin Skywalker to be different characters.
Because
But
like
they
a little
decided-
love triangle between Han and Luke and Leia would have been fun. That would have
Well,
been
that's how he played it for 2 movies.
Right,
And then how do I wrap
yeah.
this up? And I need another thing. And okay, Leia's actually a sister. That's all in Return of the Jedi. I mean, 100% of it. Like, he left it open. When Luke leaves an Empire, he said, Yoda's like, there is another. But George Lucas left it open for who the other would be.
Well, there's another. So, we talk about this as a kid. So I probably saw Return of the Jedi first. Honestly, in my memory, that was probably the first one I saw.
Sure.
And so I didn't, I remember filling in the gaps and all that stuff later. But to me, like Yoda was always part of the story, and he's not mentioned or has anything to do with this movie at all.
No.
Which is crazy. Like, I know every time I watch him, like, when is the Yoda part coming in? I was like, no, there is no Yoda part. He's absolutely not in this movie at all, which is crazy to think that, that whole everything about Yoda was in the sequel to this movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Again, another one of the most iconic movie characters ever. Just didn't even exist yet when you watch this movie.
No, and he's a weird little like Muppet, basically. Like voiced by Frank Oz and sounds kind of like Kermit. It's wild. No, everything is brand new. It's so weird to think. I mean, everything about it feels archaic, but also timeless to me because I've seen it so many times. But it works. You wouldn't think it would, but yeah, you just smash it. My dad saw this in theaters, like midnight showing opening night with my mom, and she fell asleep, but he loved it. One of those things I would watch when I was a kid. I would watch this movie, but my mom was.
It just must have been one of those things like I don't have any idea what I'm watching right now. You know, you wouldn't have known where it's going. You know, you would have no idea what's happening.
Like what the Force is.
Yeah. Everything would have seemed like
you don't need to know it's for midichlorians or any bullshit like that.
Right.
People didn't know what Jedis were. It was like a thing you were discovering.
Yeah.
You knew very little about Jedis, even after this movie.
Yeah.
Like you use the lightsaber and can kind of move shit with your head.
And you can,
really, Obi-Wan's the only one that gives any kind of explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has the power to suggest things to people and stuff.
Oh, yeah, these are not the droids they're looking for, right?
Yeah.
One of the most iconic lines in the movie.
Yeah, and before we got like clones and like mindless drones, like the stormtroopers were like just dudes. When Obi-Wan is like turning the tractor beam off, the guy's like, I want you to go sets of 2, standard patrols. And then 2 guys are talking, he's like, what is this? Probably another drill. Like they're just guys working, bitching about stuff. And then like Obi-Wan does his weird little like, and they all look. What was that? Nothing. Hey, do you see those new T-1000s, man? Yeah, the other guys were talking. I mean, it's just like they're just dudes chatting.
Well, yes, Spaceballs made a lot of hay with that, right? Like, and that, honestly, I probably saw Spaceballs before I saw this movie.
Sure.
And that might have a big influence on like how I think about Star Wars. But yeah, I mean, just making fun of how doofy the troopers are, the bad soldier guys.
But they're just like bros, just like working, right? Like they're getting their paycheck. Like, what does the boss have to do?
They just work on a spaceship.
Want this time? I don't know. Just another fucking drill. I'm sick of these goddamn drills. We've done enough of them. It's just goofy. And even the guys that have little lines, like, do just enough to push them through. Like when they get to this cell block, they're like, where are you taking this thing? Just a guy with one line, but he delivers it really well. You can hear the contempt of his voice. He doesn't like Wookiees. He doesn't know what they are. He just finds them repulsive. Great. He crushes it with that one line. It's good stuff. But it's bonkers.
Even the scene where Peter Cushing's first introduced, right? There's the one soldier guy that Vader chokes out, who's like against their plan. You know, he's like, and basically they inform you that the entire Senate or whatever, the Republic, has just disbanded, and now it's all under control of the Empire. But it's just that like one little scene back and forth where it's like the Senate would never go for this.
Religion can't help us come to the plans of the stolen. Yeah, they get choked out.
But yeah, it's just basically like fascism has won and it's taken over now, and there is no government anymore.
There's no religion. They don't even like Vader's religion. They think he's a weirdo. They think he's a weird.
Yeah, but I suppose does Cushing just realize that he's such a good soldier, so he's going to let him kind of do his thing?
Oh, I mean, I don't know the Cushing-Vader relationship. I just meant the guy in the boardroom who's like, don't try to intimidate us with your sorceress ways, Lord.
Yeah, but there was some dispute between him and Cushing about or him and Vader, I guess, about the plan, right? Don't they get into some argument?
Well, they let them escape the Death Star. No, he chokes the one guy for sassing him. I don't know what you mean. Who do you think?
I thought they were debating about what the Empire should do versus the Senate. I thought there was some line where he's like the Republic would never go for your plan. I think it's to use the Death Star. And then Cushing walks in and says, "There's no Republic anymore. The Republic's been disbanded.
The old Republic was swept away."
Yeah.
Sure, but I think he chokes the one guy for just belittling the Force.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. That's
what
but
he
I'm
gets
just
pissed
saying
about. He's like, "Shut up,
that-
you freak! We can blow planets up. People are gonna have
Right.
to do what we say now."
but that whole sequence is like explaining again one of the things that the entire prequel trilogy is about is just explained in like one line.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a republic, and now there's a intergalactic empire. Now they can destroy planets, so they can just do what they want. So we really got to destroy this thing. I'm not sure how they managed to set up the escape and make it convincing. I don't know if they were like telling the stormtroopers not to hit them. My brain was always like, how did you let them escape but make it seem convincing? Never quite understood how they did that logistically. You know what I mean?
Oh, or they'll just follow him to.
Well,
to
they put a homing beacon on the Falcon, and they want him to fly away because they want him to go to where the rebel base is, so they can blow it up. So they need the escape to look convincing, but not actually. They don't want to recapture.
Well, they didn't have that many ships follow them. It was enough for them just to blow them up.
Right, the TIE fighters. So they only send 4 TIE fighters, but like even in the Death Star, none of the stormtroopers hit them. Right, like they had some clear shots, and they apparently have a very precise, more precise than Sand People.
Oh, you mean like just their aim was really bad?
Well, right, but they're also supposed to make the escape seem convincing. So what if one of the stormtroopers shot them? Right, like, well, I'm a good stormtrooper. I'm going to kill them. Hooray!
I don't think they were. You think they let them escape? I think it was just like, now that they've escaped, we'll just track them.
No, I don't think that's the case at all. They literally put the homing beacon on the Falcon. That's how they're able to track them. They put a device, and Leia's like, they let us escape. That's the only reason it was so easy. And I was like, did you call that easy? And even Grand Moff Tarkin's like,
It's
I'm
a
taking an
plot hole.
awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plot
Grand
hole.
Moff Tarkin's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm taking an awful risk, Lord Vader, because he lets them get away with stolen plans so they can follow him.
Yeah, what if they got squashed in a trash compactor? Like the whole thing would have been over.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And because like there's some stormtroopers who were very close when like Luke's swinging over the bridge.
Han and Luke coming there to begin with. I mean, Leia was she was a captive. Like he didn't plan that. They didn't plan for the Millennium Falcon to come.
No, it was after they're like, there's some issues in this prison cell block, and they're like, oh, Leia. People came for Leia. That's when they decide they're going to do the tracking, I think. But it doesn't matter. It just always confused me for a long time as a kid.
Yeah, it's a plot hole.
Like, I don't know. I mean, that's all. But no.
Yeah, I mean, we've just kind of gushed over the movie. It's hard to find flaws. The robot talking was one thing that did jump out at me. It's like, all right, there's a lot of these robots. There's one robot just talking to a beeping robot that I could probably do without.
Too much C-3PO for you?
Yeah, way too much. I'm not a fan of that character, really, at all. Worst part of this movie, I would say.
Yeah, you got a lot of C-3PO. Yeah, it's a bit goofy.
I think it's just part of the world building, though, to have a robot be such a part of the storyline.
What's the Kurosawa movie that people say he basically stole that?
Hidden Fortress, yes.
Right. Isn't that there's these two like sort of
bumbling comic side characters
Yeah.
who introduce the narrative. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of stole that
And the screen
idea.
wipes was a Kurosawa staple, like the wiping of the screen for the transition. It took a lot, and like the
Looks cool.
It looks great. And he stole directly from like the when they're in the little cockpits shooting at the TIE fighters. There's like a World War II movie that he took those sequences from.
Yeah, but that's filmmaking.
No, I don't-
the other
I'm
thing
not
jumped out at
judging.
me is Dune, right? Like clearly the novel was a huge influence on this story. Like there's no doubt about it because it is almost like the same. Paul Atreides is Luke Skywalker. Like it's almost the exact same story. He's kind of lost
And the
his
desert planet.
right. Yeah.
and moisture farming and stuff.
Yeah, he has powers that no one ever had, ancient powers. And Yeah, the Emperor, Vader, like all that stuff is very similar to what happens in Dune.
You guys ever hear the documentary called Jodorowsky's Dune?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
No.
It's very good.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I know what it is. I know Hodorowski. I think you would hate any one of his movies, Eric.
Is that the one that like never came out?
Yeah.
That's
It never
crazy
came out,
idea.
but he did the storyboards for it, and they do some scene comparisons with the lightsaber battles and stuff from that Jodorowsky's Dune.
So Lucas might have, was that before Star Wars?
Yeah, that was before Star Wars,
okay.
and
No. Yeah. I mean, you know, good artists borrow from other people. I don't have any problem with that.
I mean, it's crazy how many concepts and things just get introduced and then they feel real. Like sand people. You got sand people. You're seeing these weird Jawa creatures who steal droids, and they have a big tank that crawls on the sand.
Yeah. Do we need a 3-series story to explain what they? No, I don't need a prequel about the sand people or about those things. Like,
Jawas,
it's just
yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. It just shows that the world shows what that planet is, because there's all these different planets.
Yeah, it's amazing how much is introduced. Like they even talk about tractor beams, and for some reason everyone just knows what a tractor beam is.
Yeah, that's complete science fiction, right? Like
Yeah.
that doesn't exist in the real world, you know. Or warp speed.
We're caught in
like,
the tractor beam. Yeah,
fucking
hyperdrive.
Like just totally made up for this
but
movie.
yet it all makes sense. It all
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, okay, that's how they get around. They go hyperspace. Okay.
Sure. It looks really cool. It's still a cool effect.
Yeah.
They just zoom off. Keep using it. It's crazy. I mean, I love these movies, but they also need to die is the problem. These movies need to be murdered. And they're not going to be. I mean, you just mentioned
Wow.
you don't need
Isn't that a direct line from Last Jedi?
Well, The Last Jedi was correct in a lot of ways. Star Wars was in a stupid place. It tried. I know Eric is just getting annoyed now, but like he tried.
I hate The Last Jedi. I hate
he
that
tried
movie.
he tried to kill Star Wars so that it could be reborn, and instead we're going to get more prequels. We're going to get every gap ever filled in about Luke Skywalker's life. We're going to eventually be able to see every single day, every moment he ever experienced. Yeah, you're going to get a miniseries about the adventures of Jawas. You're going to learn every detail about everything.
It is so weird that like in this universe he created, all we can go back to is this like one family and who they met and who they interacted with. Like we cannot separate
Correct.
from that.
That's a problem.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, that's the problem. We have to get away. Like he created this world that seems so rich of like characters and ideas,
Possibilities,
and possibilities. And we focus on this one narrative for this one moment in time, but we can't. And now we have to zoom in on this one thing. It's really annoying. And now every Jedi that ever does a bad thing has to be an edgelord for the rest of the days.
Well,
it's stupid.
Like I thought for a while, like the Mandalorian was like, okay, now we're expanding the universe, expanding the story. We have this new character, and he's gonna we're gonna build from that. And it's like he's kind of interesting. He's got this little Yoda thing, like that's interesting.
That's what the first season was.
Then
It was kind of fun.
Brings it all right back, and it's like, no, Luke Skywalker's part of that, and all these other characters that
Then
are
we've got
tied
to
to this.
introduce Boba Fett again via the show. We've got to introduce Luke Skywalker.
That's where
again.
I was lost. Yeah.
Yeah, then we got to keep introducing Ashoka. We got to introduce her. She's going to have a show. We have to do all the stupid Marvel shit, and it's just really miserable. No, it's this. The original trilogy just needs to die, and it won't. Everybody's scared. I mean, we had, was it 1 season, 2 seasons of Obi-Wan? We had Obi-Wan had a series on Disney Plus. We had to have Obi-Wan and Darth Vader interact again.
Yeah. Well, Andor's supposed to be good, and that leads right into them stealing the plans.
But the good
Yeah.
Andor is good. You'll find it too boring, I think, Eric. So I don't recommend it for you.
It's too intellectual.
I won't get it. I won't understand it.
You'll get it. You'll just be bored. It's not about getting it. You'd be like, was it? But it doesn't mention Jedis. It doesn't mention Luke Skywalker. It doesn't mention Darth Vader. None of these characters make any mention. It's really just a
Yeah, but you already know what the outcome of everything they do, you know.
Sort of. It's anyway. It's better than that because it absolutely builds on the world in a compelling way, and you see how it would be to fight an intergalactic fascist organization, and you also understand the logistical stuff that the fascist organization is doing. So you see the chess match. Anyway, it's really good. It's not about you not understanding it. It's just that it's a lot of people just talking and. But it doesn't. There's no Tatooine. We don't get any It's great. We don't get a sand planet. Right? We get new locations, new things. Anyway, but you're right though. It is sort of beholden to the original trilogy, but it doesn't involve any original trilogy characters or mention them. So that part's nice. It does mention Rogue One characters. That was unavoidable. But anyway, it is still centered around the original trilogy. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue with the whole franchise is you can't have anything be called Star Wars now if it's not. People are gonna be like, wait, when is Luke Skywalker showing up? You know, or where's the Skywalker? That's the ultimate question everybody's gonna ask,
right?
With anything Star Wars.
Well, and the Acolyte people didn't like.
Yeah, I don't know how you avoid that now.
Well, you did. That's exactly it. Like it's stuck. The fans want everything, and the second anything doesn't work out, Disney retreats to just like, all right, back to the original trilogy stuff. We gotta just keep holding that up. Again, Marvel's going to go through the same thing. Marvel's been just spinning their wheels trying to figure out what do we do.
They're bringing back characters that died already just because no one likes the new characters. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just like, what do we got to do? We can't undo that because everybody likes it, and that was a successful thing. And it's irritating. I know you don't like The Last Jedi. Fine.
Oh, dude,
here's the right
you
idea.
know they're gonna do a time travel.
Sure, they'll do a multiverse thing
for Star Wars. You know they are.
The portal
back to the time of of Darth Vader and shit.
Yeah, that's how they were in the article that they were talking about resetting the Star Wars franchise. They talked about the multiverse and stuff to do that.
Yeah. What's faster than warp speed would be like, you know,
ooh,
time speed or something.
Oh, jeez. And they will. It's awful. Like just Rian Johnson tried to save Star Wars by killing it. He tried. And then went immediately back to J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Right?
Yeah. One of the most egregious moments in movie history.
It's
that's basically how the movie starts. Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Yeah. I don't even really remember that movie, to be honest with you. I think I've seen it.
Jealous of you. I wish I didn't remember it because whenever I think about it, I just think it's awful. It's the worst Star Wars thing that exists. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll take any prequel movie over that. It's just really awful.
For sure.
It's shameless and stupid all at the same time and useless. We have to, you know what? Rey can't be a nobody. She's got to be Palpatine's granddaughter. Oh, God. Like, why? Just let her be some random person who has abilities. That's fine. Free yourself. No.
And then is Palpatine a Skywalker?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
no,
okay.
but she calls herself a Skywalker at the end.
Yeah, doesn't she? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, she takes on the mantle because that's what we have to do. And she was kind of in love with a Solo. Because again,
true. Yeah.
Like just some really bad shit.
I mean, like I said, I picked this because there's Star Wars stuff coming out. It's kind of Star Wars time, but this movie is like a 5-star. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah. I watching that this time, I was just so blown away at how well it is made. It's just an incredible piece of filmmaking.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Everything about it is almost perfect. And the choices that they made to have Darth Vader voiced by James Earl Jones, even, that was a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy who's in the suit is this big Scottish guy who, like,
Yeah.
when they were filming, read him with a Scottish accent. Like, no, that's not going to work for this character. And yeah,
Yeah.
James Earl Jones, perfect. Even the flaws, I mean, I like they've aged well. Like the one that
Although the James Earl Jones thing is kind of funny when you consider he's supposed to be Mark Hamill's dad. Like that's a little hilarious, but you know, at the time he wasn't Mark Hamill's dad. You know,
he's just a scary guy with a voice box. But like,
sorry, go ahead.
Luke's, no, you're fine. Luke's dodging a sand person, and he's actively dodging, and then it cuts, and then Luke's unconscious. Like it's just a editing flub. Like we didn't see anything. Like Luke dodges, and then the sand person's triumphant, and that's it. It's a mistake. It's just like an editing flub, but I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't care.
But
a
so I think
5-star
there's one
movie.
where a stormtrooper gets hit in the head walking through a doorway. Can't remember what happens in this movie somewhere. But it's funny. It's a 5 out of 5 too. I mean, it's probably not any movie that I watched more as a kid. It'd be neck and neck. This and the Indiana Jones movies would be like the movies I saw the most on repeat all the time. I mean, stuff like Goonies and Back to the Future up there too. But no, it's a perfect movie.
Like the way, you know, the towards the end of the scene where Obi-Wan's trying to find Vader, and you know he's on his little mission, and then they're obviously trying to get out of the Death Star. Like they're walking through all these corridors in this ship. It just feels like a real place. You know what I mean? There's all these, you know, corners they go in. There's the little like remote control thing that like sees them and then drives away. It's just
it barks at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just feels so tangible, and it's obviously a movie set, but like it feels like you're on a spaceship, you know, in a way that you don't see even in the new Star Wars movies don't feel that way. So it's just amazing. Like the set design, set pieces, all that stuff is just incredible.
Yeah. Everything.
And my favorite shot is when Obi-Wan's sneaking around, and then it cuts to Darth Vader holding a already lit lightsaber ready to go. He's just there knowing that Obi-Wan's
just standing there.
Just standing there.
And he's like, and he knows that Obi-Wan's prepared to die. He's like, escape is not his plan. He knows.
Yeah.
I know.
Brilliant.
Let's finish this.
And then like Obi-Wan knows that Luke is seeing it, right? And then that's when he decides, like, all right, you know, I need to die now. Like that, it's just so cool.
Well, he's like, yeah, I distracted Vader long enough. Like they're about to escape. Now's the time. Yep. And Vader doesn't even know what's happening. He's confused. He's like kicking
Prodding
the rags. Where's the body?
Yeah.
He should be sliced in half. Yeah, it's great. Empire's
But
great.
how would he not know that that's his son? You know what I mean? Like that, he would feel it. He knows the Force.
Well, he's like, the Force is strong in this one.
Why would he
Right.
know it's his son? Why would he know it's his son?
Wouldn't he have the tinglies that's his Skywalker?
He has the tinglies that he's another Force user, but I don't think he knows that it's his blood relation. He has the tinglies with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I suppose. And do they talk about knowing each other, Vader and Obi-Wan? I guess I don't remember the
Yeah, there's a little tiny bit
conversation.
of shit talk. Like, when I left, I was the learner.
yeah.
Now I am the master.
Yeah,
I'm
I am the
of
master,
evil,
yeah.
Darth.
All right, so that does check out as in terms of like the plan for the characters.
And even like Darth being like this stupid name for the Sith, like that wasn't a thing. He was just called Darth Vader. Eventually, we're gonna learn that it's Darth Sidious, Darth Maul. It's a
Right,
title.
yeah.
But his name was just Darth in this movie. Only a Master Evil Darth. He's not calling him a title. That's his first name.
Right,
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
wild.
emperor, and there's no, none of that shit in this movie.
No, we don't. Yeah, the Emperor's a character that doesn't get added till the
Right.
second movie, and we only get a couple of snippets. And then when you finally see him in Return of the Jedi, the scary, scarred, weird freak is running the show, and it builds up, and it's great. He's just evil and loving it. Yeah, it's wild. I don't know. But it needs to die. It needs to die.
Kill it if you have to.
You do. You have to. It needs to die. The original trilogy will always exist. Kill it. Move on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I enjoyed watching this.
Well,
quite a bit.
the movies
Yeah.
will still be there, but I just mean in
Yeah.
terms of canon, kill it. Like, I'm not saying delete the movies from history. Just go away. Go away.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is like, because like, what is Star Wars, right? Like, what is it?
Uh-huh.
And it's definitely the Jedi's is like the core thing to it. So they need to make like a Jedi thing that isn't the Skywalkers, I think.
Well, they made
You
the
got-
Acolyte. Nobody liked that. Nobody liked the Acolyte. That was Jedi's. That was like 1,000 years before the Skywalkers.
Yeah, before, like, let's create something in the future and like tell a story about Jedi's that have nothing to do with this.
I think get rid of the Jedi's. I think the Jedi's itself are stupid at this point. Have lightsabers, have the Force, but we don't need this like
Well,
cult
sure,
of good
yeah.
guys and cult of bad guys that fight
Well,
each other for
okay.
eternity.
Yeah,
have people
got
that
it.
can do shit with their mind and have laser swords. That's fine. But it doesn't have to be this fucking sect of monks. They're just people making moral choices, fighting each other, fighting for and against stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. Disney's just going to give us, they're going to mine the original trilogy till long after we're dead. And once they get deepfakes even better, you will get Mark Hamill's likeness forever and ever and ever. You will get the continuing adventures of Luke Skywalker post Return of the Jedi. It's awful. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're right.
So you're not going to see Mandalorian Grogu then?
Unless it gets stellar reviews as a self-contained, engaging movie that doesn't just fillet itself on the original trilogy, sure. But that was what's cool about the first season of Mandalorian. Like, it was a real world, but there were characters that weren't involved with the Empire. People just doing shit.
Here's a real question. Do we ever see Marvel characters introduced in the Star Wars world?
All the Patton Oswalt rant in Parks and Rec. Have you ever seen that, Eric?
No. No. Does he go on a rant
I
about
haven't
that?
seen that either.
You guys should check it out. So there's an episode where he's playing a character who's going to do a filibuster at a town hall meeting. And this is before Guardians of the Galaxy. This is like 13, 14, 15 years ago, whatever it is. So like Chris Pratt is in probably...
Oh, right. Yeah, he is a Marvel guy. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but he goes on this rant. He just...
Eventually.
He writes his own script for a movie where it mixes Star Wars and Marvel, and there's like time portal, and they mix together, and Marvel and Star Wars get combined. And he just does this off-the-cut rant, which is really funny. And also some of it is kind of true now. I mean, it's not way off the mark from what actually happened. Like, you could be more wrong. Anyway, I'd
Like,
recommend
does
it.
Darth Vader get the Infinity Gauntlet or something, you know?
Yeah, at some point Thanos comes
Yeah.
into the Star Wars universe
Yeah.
because he's got the Reality Stone. And Chewbacca's head gets chopped off, and Boba Fett climbs out of the pit, which literally happened in the Boba Fett series. Anyway. So it's worth a watch.
Well, just because Disney owns it all, I guess, is the reason
They could. Well, right.
Yeah.
And will they get desperate enough? Probably.
That would be wild.
We have to do existing IP, existing stories. We don't want to
What a
anger the
crossover.
nerds.
Wolverine and a
Sure,
Jedi.
Wolverine fights Darth Sidious.
Oh, with the lightsaber and the Wolverine's claws, you can hear it.
Oh, they swing the lightsaber,
Yeah.
and Wolverine blocks
Yeah.
it with his adamantium.
Yeah.
And oh my god, he freaks out.
Yeah, all
'cause
the-
lightsaber
all the nerds.
can't cut through the adamantium. Oh my god.
Yeah. All the
Oh,
nerds
he
get
just
boners.
blasted him, choked him, but he came back. He's got healing powers. Whoa, epic. Blah. Those are all the movies that's what they're going for. This is what they want, is those dumb moments of superficial. Whoa. I don't know. Sorry. I hate Star Wars now, but I hate Star Wars fans more, I think. So
Look what they did to your little baby.
it's like they cloned
You're
and mutated
precious.
it.
They ruined your precious.
No, they didn't ruin it. They just keep making dumb choices. But whatever. I didn't
All
pay
right.
$1 billion for the
Well,
IP.
May the force be with you. That was That was Star Wars Episode 4,
A New Hope.
A New Hope. What are we? Unless you guys want to talk more, what are we gonna watch next?
The Year of Our Lord 2011.
Okay,
It's an action thriller.
From 2011.
2011.
Uh-huh.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No,
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
no. So interesting fact: this movie had an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Okay.
but its CineScore was D plus.
Hmm.
So people
critics
who
liked
actually
it.
watched this movie hated it.
So like
And it's an action movie.
critics saw it and liked it, but fans or whatever, people who just decided to go check it out were like, this is stupid.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it stars. I'll even tell you the main star is Gina Carano of the Mandalorian fame.
Oh,
Oh, I know what this is.
I might know
The
what it is.
Soderbergh movie.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Haystack, hay something?
Haywire.
Haywire, that's
There
right.
it is.
Yeah.
So this is of my Triple H trilogy. I went with Harold and Maude, Hard Boiled, and now Haywire.
Yeah,
So,
only H movies. Yeah.
yeah.
I think
If
I
you
saw
just
this and
if you
liked
could
it.
have Gene Hackman in there, you're crossing all checking all the
H
boxes.
for Hackman.
What'd you say, Ben? You've
I
seen
said, I
this
think
before?
I've seen this and I think I liked it.
Oh.
I think I reviewed it for my old blog. This would have been right in my peak blog days. So
Oh,
I'm
fun.
going to look up and see if I reviewed it, but certainly didn't hate it. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Haywire.
Yeah,
Nice.
so Gina Carano's coming out of retirement to fight Ronda Rousey next
Oh,
month.
Aren't they at the White House? Is their fight at the White House or?
No, this is on
Okay.
Netflix. It's going to be
Oh,
on Netflix.
that's right.
and
Netflix. That's right.
I'm going to watch it. So I decided to pull out one of her, even though she's a bit
Yeah, I
of
was
a
gonna say,
right wing loony.
It's because you agree with all of her politics.
Yeah.
right?
She was in The Mandalorian, right?
Yeah,
Until she got fired.
Yeah.
yeah, she got fired.
Didn't she
for-
sue Disney? I think she did, right?
Yeah, and they settled out of court.
Okay.
Cancel culture at it again.
But we're not canceling. We're promoting,
We're celebrating.
celebrating Gina Carano is she Haywire? Is that her name?
I don't even remember. I remember almost.
I
nothing.
don't know why it's called Haywire. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Did you
Anything.
have you seen it, Eric?
Yeah. I've probably
okay.
seen him work once. Yeah.
Oh wow.
A lot of running. She spends most of the movie running. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great movie.
I haven't seen it, but I'm excited to.
Okay.
Is it streaming anywhere?
I didn't check. No, I didn't
Okay.
check.
All right, no worries. We'll find it.
Sounds good. All right.
All right. Well, that is the Pot of Dreams. Haywire
Thanks for
next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Find those power converters.